How does parallel reality and parallel self works? We chose to experience a physical life linearly, meaning it has a past, it has a present, and it has a future. However, outside of this concept, everything is in the here and now. Everything exists in this present moment. We contain it all. So it's not a matter of transforming oneself, improving oneself, changing oneself, but rather shifting to a preferred version of the self. Because this is how we operate anyway. We shift 1 billion times per second to a brand new reality, in a brand new earth, in a brand new body. And so we are doing it automatically, and for the most part we are doing it without thinking, without having that focus. So in other words, we do it randomly. But once we know that this is how we experience our physical world, through shifting, once we have that understanding, we can choose what this brand new version of us, in this brand new moment, in this brand new reality, what attributes it has, what is the character of that person, what does it contain, what does it experience, what does it choose to have, to interact with, and so on. So we make a decision. We can make a decision to shift to a preferred version of self. That differs from person to person, of course. And the way it works right now, we are projecting and imprinting who we are into our next version of self. And so we recreate ourselves based on beliefs, based on emotions, and based on actions. So when we know this, we can actually make a conscious choice and decide who we want to be, and then match the frequency of that reality, of that version of ourselves. So we don't have to learn how to do that, because we do it automatically. But we do it unconsciously, we do it randomly, unless we become aware of how this really works. And this is so liberating. It is so wonderful to know that we are in control. And we choose, we get to decide who we are and what we want to experience. Now, we do have a higher self, and we co-create our experiences, the physical self and the higher self, which is still us. We co-create our life experiences. So if you choose to have a certain experience, let's say from your physical mind point of view, but it is not relevant to you, then you do not get to experience that, because it has to be a co-creation with your higher self, between you and your higher self. So, if it's not relevant to you, it will not happen. So the higher self has this blueprint of what you wanted to experience when you came into this life. And it's kind of a loose concept, because then the physical mind, the physical self, gets to decide in which way that's going to happen. The analogy of this hallway where you decided that you're going to go through this hallway. Now, the manner in which you are going to traverse this hallway, it's up to the physical mind, up to the physical self. But you will go through this hallway, whether you go by skating or in a race car or swimming or skiing upside down in a handstand backwards. The manner in which you are going to go through this hallway is up to the physical self. But the concept and the idea that you will go through the hallway is what your higher mind, what your higher self is deciding. Because it wants to experience that particular thing. And it's relevant for your experience, for what you chose when you decided to have this particular physical life.